Design your freebie. All right, so now we're getting into Canva to design your freebie. And as I said in the emails, you want to have the content of your freebie prepared in some type of Word document. So in this example here, this is her entire freebie in a Word document. It's 5 steps to building a wardrobe that makes you look good and feel confident. So each step, is in bold. Get inspired, put a name on it, all the way down, know your size, such on and on and on. Okay, so we're going to get into Canva, and Canva is just an endless resource. So let's get started with that. Starting in Canva here, and guys, let me know. You guys are pretty quiet, so if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. This is Canva, and it's a free service. They do have a paid platform as well, but it's a free service at its base, and you can sign in using your Facebook profile, and you're good to go. So there are so many templates in here that have already been professionally designed and look really awesome. So I just hit the More button to see all the different types of designs we can create. When it comes to your freebie, you have a lot of options in here. So I encourage you to go on anything that looks like a piece of paper size area, because your freebie is going to look like basically an 8 by 10 piece of paper. So starting in, US letter, if we scroll down the side over here, you'll see lots of options. This is one of my favorite ones. If you have a fitness type business, that looks really good for something like that. This one's more girly and stylish. That's an option for us. It just goes on and on. That one's more relaxing and holistic, I guess I would say, this stylish. So it just goes on and on and on and on. And you just kind of find something that fits the idea of what you want for your cover and that you can see yourself putting your images in. So there's a lot of, that's a really good example for like a fitness one, and really you could use this for anything and then change it to your font, because even though this looks really fitnessy right now, if we click on it and change it to the font that we use for this website, Playfair Display, it's going to change things a lot, So you get the idea. Just really go in and play with this and see all the different things that you can do. Let's take that size down. You guys, you get the idea here. So just different things like this. There's also some really good examples in the flyer area. So I'm going to go to that one real quick. Leave. Flyer, which is right here. So I'm just going to point out a couple examples that would work really good for this. Flyer works really well. Real estate flyer, Kindle cover, ebook, and there's so many really good examples inside. Magazine, that's a really good one. Letterhead, and A4 also has some really good ones. So I encourage you to like kind of look through each of them and like check out the templates and see if you can see your images going in there. Let's try flyer. So let's see here. I always like this one. Oh, this one would be really good for her brand. So you get the idea. I really like this one for anybody who's got a more girly brand. There's just a lot of options, and really just kind of click on them and play around with them. I'm going to go with the one that we just passed up here, this one. Uh-oh, where'd it go there? Oh, I just hopped down the page. There we go. Oh, there's 2 pages to it. Let's just start with the first page. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the stock image that they have in there by hitting the trash can. And we're going to go to uploads, and I have a couple fashion-y pictures that we could use, I kind of like this one. If we drag that in and hit the crop button, we can put it exactly where we want it. Let's see how that looks. I don't think we can get that exactly where we want it to go. I'm going to trash that. Let's try this one. And crop. Yeah, that one fits much better. because you see the area showing us where the image is going to show up. Nice. Okay, so the title of our webinar, our freebie is 5 Steps to Building a Wardrobe That Makes You Look Good and Feel Confident. So I'm going to put that in here. Take the font size down. Okay. And I don't think we need some of this stuff down here. I'm going to delete that, this, and these social icons. Oh, trash. Okay. I'm going to make the 5 look a little more posh. So let's go over to the search. No, we'll go to elements here. And maybe I want to take a look at the illustrations to see if anything jumps out at me. Okay, I see some things that I like here. Okay, look, I like this little kind of tribal shape, and I like a lot of these. A couple of these look really good. You get to choose what the background of this is, so I don't want it to be white. I want it to be black, so it blends in, but I want the lines to be white. So there. We take this and size it down. That's nice. So I'll get rid of the this other shape back here. And we'll bring the 5 forward. Notice, I want y'all to notice something real quick. When I put the 5 here and I put this over, because we added this last, it goes over the 5. We can't see the 5 right now. So if you hit this button back, it will send it to the back and bring the previous thing forward. Okay, let's make this a little smaller. And get it right there. So yeah, we got 5 things, 5 steps to building a wardrobe that makes you look good and feel confident. Let's add a logo. I have her logos uploaded here in Canva. And there we go. So that is the cover that we have going. And if you really end up enjoying Canva, I encourage you to create a couple of alternate covers. I have some covers that I was working on in preparation for this webinar, just trying things out until you find something that you like. Here was the one that I was kind of working on. It was going to have the title there, but something like that. Something like this maybe. So just kind of play around with the titles and stuff and see how you kind of like that. So back to ours. Now we're going to add the first page of the webinar. So I'm going to go to add new page, and we want the background to be black. Let's make the background white for this. I hit the background button over here, if you guys can see that, background, and we'll make that white. Okay, that didn't change anything else. And let's see what she has in her copy. So the first thing is an introduction. I like to start with an intro so people know who they're hearing from. So we're going to start with that part. Get a little hello gorgeous in here. And this might be a little advanced, but I'm going to do it anyway. Another font on her website is a cursive type of font. It's called Freeland. So I'm actually going to hop over into PowerPoint. And because the Freeland, I can't use it on, you can't use it on Canva unless you pay for Canva for work. So real quick, I'm just going to paste Hello Gorgeous in here, and I'm going to use her font, Freeland. Make it a little bigger. Okay, and I'm going to save this as an image. So what you do is right click and go to Save as Picture. And call it Hello Gorgeous and save it in her file. Okay, and we're going to head back over to Canva and we're going to upload that image we just saved. So uploads is here. You upload an image, and let's find that Hello Gorgeous right there. So this is a good way to use fonts that you don't have, that they're not available in Canva. And if you have Canva for work, you can upload those fonts here. But if you don't, then you can just add it as a picture like this. So now we have the little Hello Gorgeous. Okay. and I think she's going to introduce herself. So thanks for subscribing. Aren't you a gem? We'll use that as a subtext here. So we'll go to text, add a subheading, and paste it in there and make it a little smaller. Much smaller, because it's just going to be a subtext. Okay. Now that we have that there, she's introducing herself in this next paragraph. So I'm going to include this text with a picture of her. So we'll just, I'm holding down the Alt key right now to make a double of this text right here. So watch, if I hold down Alt and then click and drag, I'll make 2 of these, just like that. Okay. I'll paste in the text that she's given us here. Let's find a little area for it. Okay. And I want to do like a circular image of her right here. So to put someone's image in a circle, I'm going to go to Elements. Let's get out of Shapes and go to Frames. Frames, all of these are things that you can drop images into. The area where the sunny day is, that's where you dropped your image. So I'm looking for a circle. I mean, there's some other cool things actually. This is kind of like a gold frame. That could be pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like. Might be too square, but I'm going to go into my uploads and grab that picture of Maya that I have and drag it in. And we'll hit crop. So I want to make her image much larger in here. So just going to move that around there. And once I'm satisfied with where it is, I'll hit the check mark. Let's see. I don't know if I like that. It's a bit much. I'm actually not going to go with that. And guys, these are, you know, live design decisions happening as they go. And this is kind of how it works when you're working in Canva. So I'm going to go with the plain circle like I wanted originally and put it here. And we'll drop her image inside of it. And crop. Stretch it out. And there we go. I like that better. It's more simplistic. Let's get that down. And I'm just going to take part of this. We'll make it a little shorter here. And all this second line here, I'm going to make a new text box. I'm hitting Control X to get rid of that. And then I'm going to hit, actually, no, only this much. No. I'm trying to make a full area, full line down here. So we will stop it at here. So I'm going to Command X to get rid of that. And then Alt to make a new one. And Command V to paste the rest of that copy down there. Okay. Much better. I like that. Let's see. I would love for these words to not be hanging off the bottom like that if we could. Might just make the font a little larger. Okay, it'll have to do. All right. We probably need to make this 13 as well then. And that makes it get a little close. I'll make this a little wider. All right. So we have that. I'm going to, you can select several things. If I want to select this box, and this box, I can click and drag, and everything that I touch will be selected. So I can scoot it down. But I think I want to put a line in between these two things. I always think about, you know, separation and white space is always a good idea. So I'm going to go to Elements, X this out, and go to Lines. Let's see what we have here. Probably go with something more simple here. So I'll click this one, make it red. I want to make it red. I'm going to grab her exact red from her style guide here. And I encourage you guys to have style guides. But her exact red is going to be this. We chose this one. And so to change the color here, I'll hit the plus sign and enter that hex code for her red. Got it? Okay. Just put it in like that. Okay. Let's see what else she has here in this text. Okay. So this is probably going to be everything for page 1 then. I'm going to include a button for people to contact her just because I like to have calls to action in my freebies. So one way to do it with the gold is I have uploaded an image of gold foil like this. I just clicked on it and I'm going to crop it down to the size of a button. So like that. Something like that. Let me crop it again. I want to make it wider. Okay. And we'll put some text in there. Contact. And we can increase the size of that. Just get it all going there. Okay. So something like that for the first page. Let's go on to the next page, add new page. And so we're into our first steps. Let me get out of this, get back to that Word document. Step 1 is to get inspired. So I really like to create separation throughout things. So I'm probably going to go to Elements and grab a shape here. I'll show you what I mean by separation. So first, we will start with a box at the top. I'm going to make this black. Okay. And we will put the title in there. So I'll go here. What is this called exactly? So we'll go 1, get inspired. Paste that in there. It's going to be white in color. Larger. Maybe bold. I'm going to hit the drop down here and make it bold. Let's keep this in place. And maybe all caps. If I hit the drop down here, you see uppercase is an option to make it all caps. Okay, so we got get inspired. She has a subtext here, find your personal style match. So I'm going to just add a little and paste that in here. We'll reduce the size because this is just a little subtext. No question here. Yeah, if you purchase it somewhere else, PowerPoint's the only place where you can edit it at. Alrighty. Let's find some more of this text here. We have a little tip. So let's see. Create a secret style board in Pinterest and organize your new style inspiration. I'm going to grab this, place it in. I'm going to show you another way that I create, separation. We're definitely going to have to take the font size down on this. 12 is pretty good. Stretch that out. That's good. Okay. Another way that I like to do it is possibly by doing like grayed out areas or transparent areas. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go back to Elements and I'm going to put in a shape and just make it the size of the section here. And I'm going to make the color like technically black, but I'm going to make it transparent. So I'm hitting the drop down button here, going to transparency, and taking it all the way down like that. So it's kind of like a gray section that kind of takes up space, basically. Let's see here. And I'm also going to move it to the back because right now it's in front of this text. Doesn't make much of a difference, but yeah. Find your personal style match. Okay, let's add some images in here. So you have a question? What is your secret on deciding if the design is luxe or not? Good question. A couple things that help a lot. The space between text. So this right here, right now. These letters are quite close to each other, and when you separate them out, it kind of creates like a more luxurious, high fashion feel. So I'm gonna hit the drop down button here, and we'll go to text spacing. And under letter spacing, we can increase it so that the letters are further apart. You see how they get further apart there? That's one thing that can help. I like to include high quality images, so those are always good. Let me just, let's see. I'm going to grab an image from my uploads, and let's see. Maybe I do one like this. I'm just gonna put it in place right beneath our item. And I noticed that, first of all, I'm gonna zoom in real quick. I noticed that this is a little overlapping here, so I'm just gonna scoot it, and the little guideline helps me put it right where it'll be right beneath the area like that. So add an image in like that. Let's see what else she's telling people to do. Oh, there's no other text for that area actually. So let's see. We can actually use the full width image here and stretch it out. So something like that for page 1. Another way, let's see. Let's go to the next page. I'm actually going to duplicate this page because there'll be a lot of things that are similar. So I'm going to hit this button right here to duplicate the page. Okay, so we're not using the exact same picture and exact same anything, but let's go to question. Where is a good place to get high quality photos? Here's a secret that I do, because I use free sites, but I've started to get into paid stock photos, and they can help out a lot. So there's this website called Big Stock. Right here, Big Stock. And they have a free trial on there. It's like a free 14-day trial, which I can put the link in the chat for that. If I can find it real quick. I'm gonna have to search in my history. But they have a free 14-day trial, and I can put the link in the chat. And so then you can just download all the pictures you want to use for your freebie in your website and then cancel your subscription. I don't know if this will work. There it is. So I'm going to grab this link and put it in the chat. So we're moving into step 2. Put a name on it. So I'm going to grab that, place it in here. I might have to reduce the font size a little bit here. So we're moving into step 2. Put a name on it. So I'm going to grab that, place it in here. I might have to reduce the font size a little bit here. You're welcome. Okay. Put a name on it. Let's reduce this just a little bit more. Well, that fits. Okay. So I'm going to reduce the size of this a little bit. We have a question here. Canva, if you're willing to pay $1 per photo, Canva has some really good stock photos in here. Like, I just happened to go to the search bar up here, and like, you know, this is a fashion thing. So I search for fashion and search here. There are some really good looking, this is totally on brand with my client's website, things that kind of fit the whole fashion vibe. That's really on brand. So if you search for, words that have to do with your brand, you could also find stock images, and they're only $1, which is pretty reasonable. So Canva's good for that as well. All right, so we're going into put a name on it. And where are we? Okay, using a style inspiration Pinterest board, choose 3 words to describe your personal language. So this is going to have like 3 blank spots that we can use. First area, we have a subtitle like we always do. And we'll just stretch that out, make it a little smaller. Okay. Even smaller. Okay. So we're going to add a note here. And you know what, this time I'm going to break it up with, let's see if we can get that language in. There. I'm going to break it up with red this time. So this box, we're going to make it our red. I use a Chrome extension that allows me to keep every phrase that I've copied in the past couple of minutes. So I copied her red color, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. I don't see it. Okay, back to the style guide. We'll just grab this red color. And we're going to make this red. Oh, the red's there. And we're going to take the transparency back away from it. So now let's make this text white to help it pop a little more. Saw a question. Sorry, how did you get the gray box? Okay, the way I got the gray box was by, if I go to elements over here, shapes was the next thing I hit, and the first box, that's an option there. I just made it black, and then I took the transparency down all the way so it was like this light hazy gray, like that. So yeah, so this time around we're going to do red, and I like how that red box kind of pops. So let's see the text that we have here, note. And you know something I like to do is use icons. So right here we have a note. So let's say we use an icon for note. I'm going to go, TE real quick. Let's see if they have any icons for notes. You might have to, sometimes they don't let the search function be very easy when you're looking for things. So I might just have to search for it myself. Notebook. Yeah, it just wants to give me pictures and I want an icon. None of these. Okay, so I'll go to elements, then I'll go to icons. So little things like a little notebook, kind of could use something like that. Like this. No. You get the drift. I may go for the first notebook in the interest of time. I'll just scroll back up to that. So you could use this note. Notice it's really big at first, but we're going to take the size way down. Way down. So it's white. We'll drop that in. Let's see. What we'll do is bring the text down. And I'm going to make note on its own line much bigger. So we're going to text, note, make it white, bigger. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's a little too big. Looks a little intense. So we'll have the tiny notebook here and our note. There we go with that. Okay. Your style language is a message. All right, what's the next text we have here? So she's included some sample words that she wants people to use. So I'm just gonna hold down Alt to copy this, make 2 of these, and paste the new text in there. So she's got some sample words. I'm gonna make this much smaller. And just pop it in here. See, can I make one part of it bold? Canva's really weird about changing any part of the letter. So let's see if I can just make that bold. Yeah, just that bold. And we've got some areas for people to type in 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to bring up another text box. And we'll have a 1, enter, enter, a 2, enter, enter, and 3. Take the size down. And I like to put in some boxes for people to kind of type in the words that they want to place in. So let's see. Elements. We'll go to shapes again. And we'll find the box that has a line around it. This one. And we'll just take the size way down, 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 down. And stretch it out. Oop. Oh. Undo. Let me grab that. All right, I saw a comment. Thank you, Nikisha. Guys, I'm always so nervous about doing this live design stuff because I'm like thinking people are going to be like, "What is she doing?" But this is what the live process really is like. So thank you for that, Nikisha. So I'm just going to stretch this out and make this black just to fit with everything. So we have a space for people to fill out the answers. And there's a couple ways to copy this. I can hit the copy button and another one comes down like that, and I'll make them right in line with each other. Or like I said, you can hold down Alt and click and drag, and then you have another one. So now we have 1, 2, and 3 places for people to fill that out. Let's put that last text on there. Knowing your style language. Da, 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 da. Grab that, and I'm just gonna hold down Alt, and double that, and Control A, Control V. So I just deleted all of it and pasted the new thing. So knowing your style language will aid you in determining. Okay. That looks good. So that's what this page looks like. Let me zoom out so you can see that. Okay. I noticed this is a little bit off center. So I'm just going to drag and select all these items and pull here. That's a little more centered. Is it? Let me take it a little bit more. Okay. All right, so we've got part 2 done. Let's see what number 3 is. Know your size. And here we have some text, and then we have a how to measure bust, waist, hips. Okay. So measure. Let's see. We'll start with the title, number 3, know your size. And I'm going to duplicate this page because it was simpler. No, I'll duplicate this one. So I hit this button right here to duplicate the page. And we're going to put our new title there. Know your size. Okay. We have our next text. Don't believe the height. Size does in fact matter. When was the last time you had your measurements taken? So we'll just hit all this and just bring that down to a different line. What do we have next? Before going to your next shopping adventure, have a friend. So take this, place it in. See how much is that going over. We don't need the note part this time. Now, I would love to have space for an image or something here. But can I pull it off? Let's see. Maybe if I take this down a little bit and put an image in like a rectangular area here, maybe that will work. We'll get rid of this. Okay. We'll scoot this over. And, okay, let's see what kind of images we have. I kind of like this one because it's like a personalized, it's like a woman. In order to, we could crop this. A couple ways we could get this done, which my favorite would be to crop. So crop this image down to a rectangle size. Like that. And we'll just reduce the size here. How much room is that going to take up? Well, we don't need these, so I can get rid of these. And reduce the size of this more. I'm going to not center this, but left align it. So I'll hit the drop down and go to left. That way we have like a straight line here. And I'm going to reduce the font just a little bit. We'll take it to 10. That's too small. Let's see what 11. 11's okay. Okay, so how much more room do we have here? That's all the words there. Pretty good. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit to see if we can get this image to be in line, because you see it's not exactly in line. So if we just drag the size up until we get these guidelines to drop in, still not enough. It can be very exact. Right there, right on. So now it's perfectly aligned there. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out again. I'm hitting Control minus to zoom out. You can also, there's some plus and minus buttons here to zoom in and out. Okay. And I'm just gonna, sometimes I like to hit File Save over here. Canva's always saving your stuff, but you never know when something's gonna flip out, so I just like to do File Save. I could use a little more empty space in here, so I'm just gonna scoot. Is that a good decision? Let's see. Well, I'll leave it like this, and I'll leave it like this and move this image over just so we have a little more space between the image and the text. Okay, know your size. We did that, we did that. Now we have a little bit of how to measure. So let's get a text box going here and paste how to measure. And she's got tips by bust, waist, and hips. The way I'm going to do this, let me try it out. Hold on. So this was the one for bust. So I'm going to have that here. Let's say bust. Make that bold. Okay, and we'll do the same for waist and hips. I'm going to hit Alt. That didn't work. Command Z. Canva can act up sometimes, guys. I'm going to scoot this here. Okay, I'll hit Alt to multiply it. There we go. These are going to be a little too big. Make them a little skinnier. Okay, and one more. Hit Alt, and there we go. So I'm going to enter the text for waist and hips. Waist. So we'll hit Control A, place that in there, and bold this. And one more, hips. Okay. Do that. Take it down another line. So, oh, so that's hips is done too. And we'll put bold. Okay, so we have three things, and I just want to put some kind of icon up here. I'm thinking, what's a luxe icon? Like maybe a diamond, if they have anything like that. I kind of like something like this, and we'll just do it in our colors. Or that, kind of like that too. So we'll just do it in our colors. We'll make this our red, and we'll make this black. There we go. That's pretty nice. Make it a little bit smaller. Center. And then I'm going to copy that to make another one. Put it here. And we'll copy one more. And drop it down. So there we go. We have some icons, it's all about creating kind of variety in the page and stuff. I noticed our image got off track here. Oh, it didn't. Never mind. Yeah, there's a little red showing it. I don't like that. So let's stretch that down. Better. Okay. Nice. I like that page. We'll do one more page, and then we'll just go into how we save this freebie and get it to go to our people. So, number 4, take calculated risks. So, I'm going to duplicate this page. So here it is again. And paste the text in here. Take calculated risks. Let's see. Okay. I don't like how close this is to the edge. Let's make it just a little bit smaller. And bring it on down. They're right there. Okay, what's the next text we have here? Experiment with colors that pair well together. So we got some talking here. And look, we got some suggested color pairing. So I might do this like with little circles that match the colors that we're going with. So let's see. We'll put this in the red area. Copy. Okay, so this is much less text. And how do we want to go about this? Let's see. We're not going to use this image. We could stretch this out and maybe use an image. Let's see what I have. This one. What can we do with this? Let's see. We'll put it on the other side, right? Because we have up here we have our picture on the left. So let's do this one on the right. I'm going to crop this out to get rid of all that background space. By the way, I got this image on Big Stock, the bigstock.com, the website I was talking about. So yeah, we'll just kind of reduce the size here. I'll make this fit into the column here. Okay. We're going to have to make this whole area like smaller. Fit right there. We'll bring this up. There. Okay, so we got a little area text right there. Okay, now in hers, she has, I can get rid of most of this, I think. Delete. And what does she say here? Suggested color plans that go absolutely amazing together. We'll reduce that size. See if we can get this down to 2 lines. There we go. Okay, so she's got some color options here that go well together. So maybe I could do like circles where pink pairs well with beige, purple, navy, and white. This might get a little advanced, guys. Let's I'm gonna use circles. I'll grab a circle here and we'll make it pink because pink is like the principal color here for this pairing. A nice pink. We can find one. Pink. There we go. So pink is the principal color, and then I'll just have smaller circles going down, down, down that copy, that go with it. So we'll make them small. I'm thinking like circle, side by side like this. All right, something like this. And we'll make them the colors that she suggested go with pink. So she said beige was one. Let's make a beige right in there. So there's one. What was the other color she said? Purple, navy, gray, and white. We'll do some purple. Deeper. Navy. Okay, there's navy. And gray. We'll do maybe a gray like that. So basically, I'm just going to do this for all the colors. If I highlight all these and hit copy, we have another duplicate of that. So I do it there and copy again. See what we got. Okay. Trying to decide if I just want to spare you guys all this time. Navy blue pairs well with turquoise, raspberry, bright green. And then we put in a turquoise right there. Raspberry, bright green. Bright green. So I believe you guys get the gist. I'll do a nice yellow in there. Okay, so I'm not going to do all these, but I would probably do something like this. Get these all together. Uh-oh. We'll grab these together. So yeah, I might do something like this, and I might put text inside of it like pink. Reduce the size. And just so on and so forth. Navy. Okay, we'll put this in the white. And you guys get it, so on and so forth. I would do the color, something like that. I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm pretty much gonna be doing the same thing for, step 5, just kind of setting things out in just in a nice layout. Oh, look at that circle. Where'd that come from? So this is kind of just an example of how you would design your freebie. Just really creating a lot of variety, adding images when you get the opportunity to, creating variety in your text and icons. So that's how I would do something like that. We're not going to do the whole thing because it's getting into 2 hours now. So I'm going to go to download up here, and we're going to download it as a PDF standard size. We're going to save the design. And guys, continue to ask questions because we're getting towards the end. I'm going to show you guys how to upload this freebie to your website and then how to get your freebie out to people in that welcome email. And then we'll pretty much be done, and then we'll have Q&A so that you guys can ask any questions that you have. Okay, so we'll call it the title. Where's that title? Copy. And my review. Oh, next. We need to upload it to our website. So the way we do it in Squarespace is, oh, I got to reconnect, guys. Measuring tape. Okay, thanks. All right, the way that I would upload this to my site is I'm just going to find like a test page. Go to pages here in Squarespace, and I have like a test page here where I just put stuff on it. What I'm going to do is edit the page content. We need to create a link for that PDF that we just got. So what I'm going to do is, it doesn't matter what you type here, I'm typing link. And I'm going to hit this hyperlink button here. And what we want to upload are files. So I'm going to go to add file, and I'm going to upload what we just created. Here it is, 5 steps right there. So we're going to go to open. So now that it's done, it's right there. We want to open it in a new window and click away. So it's there. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to click this link. So here, now that this PDF is now online, and this is where you find it. It's right here. So what I'm going to do is grab the text here, hit Command Copy, and that's the link that we want to send people to in our MailChimp. So what we're going to edit is our welcome email. Final welcome email. This is after the person has said, confirm their email address on your funnel. So, all right. What we're going to do here is we're going to edit the copy inside of here. So what I'm going to do is just say edit. Thanks for confirming. And, you know, click here to download. And it's where here is, I'm going to hit the hyperlink button here and link it to that PDF that we just created in Squarespace. We can also put the whole title there, 5 steps to building a wardrobe. Just like that. We'll make that the link as well. Hyperlink, drop that in, and we'll save and close. So now when people get this final welcome email, they'll be able to click, and I'm already noticing some style things I want to change. The links are coming in as blue. Let's see if we can fix that. We'll go to design it, and body, form, something's blue. Well, there it is. Link style is blue. We don't want that to be blue. We should just make it red. Let's make it red. Okay, just get it. There we go. So now the links are red instead of blue. We'll get all the same font going here. Just go with Georgia. Make the heading bigger. Save and close. And the way that you upload your PDF in WordPress, I'm here in the back end. I'm going to go to Media, Add New. And we're going to select Files. I'm going to go to that Download PDF. Where is that PDF? Here it is, the PDF. You know, those are our pages and everything. I'm going to go Open. And so now that's in WordPress. How we get the link is by going to Edit here. And this URL is the link where that PDF lives. If I go to it right here, we will see it. once it loads up. There it is. So the same thing that we just did with the Squarespace link, we would do that if we had a WordPress site. So edit the link that we created here, which the way you would see that is the hyperlink button right here. We would put it right in there. That's the PDF link. Insert. Save and close. So that's all right. I mean, we can do things to kind of spruce it up, including I really want to I like to make a visual representation of what my freebie looks like. Here's an example. This is kind of like a visual look at what my freebie kind of looks like. It just helps people see it as something tangible. So if I want to create that, what I'm going to do is insert the PDF that we just created and only use the cover. Well, I don't have to only use the cover. Look, I'm going to go insert picture from file. This is PowerPoint, by the way, guys. And I'm going to pull up the PDF that we just created. Insert. So there's the cover right there. And all we have to do is basically put a shadow on it so that it looks like a piece of paper, you know, sitting up off the table. So where you go is picture effects, shadow, and just like that. So now it kind of looks like a more dimensional piece of paper. I'm going to open it up because I want to do it like mine where I have like 2 other pages in the back there. So let's go to the freebie. I'm going to click on where we downloaded it. I'm just going to take screenshots of some of the best looking pages. The way you do this on a Mac, take a screenshot, is like Command-Shift-Control-4. I'm not sure how you do that on a PC, but I'm just taking screenshots of this, placing them in there. So there's one page. And you have to make it a little bit smaller than the main page. And let's take a screenshot of the other page here. Oh, that's a good one too. Take a screenshot. And paste it. Okay. Let's reduce the size. Make it the same as the other small page. Okay. We'll send this to the back. And we'll send this to the back. And I like to make it go by angle. There's like a little rotation thing here to where you can do an angle and do an angle. And I'll also put a little shadow on the back of it. I get that in picture format, picture effects, shadow, drop shadow. And we'll do it on this one too. Picture effects, shadow, drop shadow. So there we go. And doesn't that look really attractive? Don't you want to download that? So the way that I save this, if I stretch out, I'm going to click and drag here to capture everything that's in this area right here. Notice that all these 3 things are highlighted. And I'm going to right click, save as picture. And I'm going to call this my freebie image. Okay. So now we have like that. I mean, that looks really good. I use a snipping tool. Okay, so there must be a snipping tool on PC where you can drop it in. Thank you. Yeah, that looks like something you want to download, doesn't it? So I mean, there's a couple places that we could put this in now, including the home page on my site where we just have a simple old box saying download this freebie. We could put it over here, so it's like edit. I'm gonna use my little dropper here and go to image, add an image, and where it is, right there. My freebie image. Man, that looks good. I want one for me. I have one. Okay. So as that's loading in there, we will just drop it next to the sign up box. So apply. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to drag it down next to the subscription box. So I'm just dragging here, and you notice I have a little line that shows up on the side over here. We want that short line right there. I'll just drop it in, and ooh, yeah, I like. Okay, I saw a comment there. Thank you. Sometimes Squarespace can get a little glitchy. Just hit save and reload the page, and it's all good. And I think we can probably make this a little smaller, but right off the bat, I do like that a lot. So I'm going to go edit real quick. And there's like a little arrow. Do you guys see that how this turns into an arrow when I hover in between these two things? So we can make this smaller and this bigger. You see that there? So there we go. That's how you do that. And you know what I really want to do? This requires a little code, guys, so bear with me. I don't want to ask for these people's first name and last name. I only want to ask for the first name because it's taking up too much space here, you see? So I know that there's some code that I can eliminate the last name part. I might just put it in the box for you guys and show you how to do it. Because code, newsletter form body, last name. I'm going to copy this. And so I'm going to put this in the chat real quick, guys. And I'm going to show you where to put that. Back on her site. This what it's going to do is keep us from having to put the last name in there. I'll go to Design, Custom CSS, and I'm just going to paste it right there. So look what immediately happened. It's only asking for the first name and email address now. I'm going to hit Save and go back, and open this up. So I like that better. It's just like simpler, only asking for the first name and email address. Yes, I like this. Another reason I decided to create that promo image is so I could put it in here. So let's say we add in that little visual depiction that we created. I'm going to go upload, and what do we call it here? We called it my freebie image. I'll bring that in, and well, the link to it will be the link to the PDF that's on our website. So I'll hit save and insert image. Oh, it's really big. Okay, let's double click on that, make it smaller. We'll make this like 300 pixels. Let's see if that's better. That's better. And we'll center it, center all of it. Save and close. So that is how, and then that person could click on that and get straight over to your PDF. So that's how we wanted it. I just really appreciate you guys being a part of my paid workshop and taking the leap on me. This was my first paid workshop, and so I definitely wanted to give you guys as much value as possible. And you guys will always have replay access to this. After it's over, it'll still be here, so you can watch the replay and refer back to things. And again, if you have any questions, you can always email me. All right, guys. Well, have a great night. I'm going to hop off now if there are no other questions. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and being on here. All right, bye.